Hello, good morning, and welcome to this lecture presentation. My name is Kelvin Kosi, and I'm presenting on behalf of Group 29. Our research topic was about staff development and capacity building and evaluation. At the end of this lecture, students should be able to distinguish between staff training and staff development. Also, they should be able to identify the importance of staff training and staff development. Again, students should be able to differentiate between the features and characteristics of formal and informal staff programs. And finally, be able to apply the steps in organizing a staff training. Delving into the presentation, let us distinguish between staff training and staff development. To be able to distinguish between these two, within the context of staff development, capacity building, and evaluation, it is helpful to break down their definition and purposes, especially how they contribute to organizational growth and individual performances. So now, when we say staff training, what is staff training? The definition is a structured learning activity designed to improve an employee's specific skill and knowledge needed for their job. The focus is most especially on developing a specific skill or knowledge for the particular job they are doing. And the goal is to improve their performance in the current roles, often through a structured training program. The duration is typically a short term and often ranging from a few hours to several weeks. Then when we come to staff development, it is defined as a broader or more ongoing process aimed at enhancing an employee's capability, knowledge, and competency for future roles and personal growth of an organization. So the one is within short term and the other one takes a much longer term in order to organize. And whilst they are giving you skills and knowledge for staff training, in their development, they are able to help you develop your capability, your knowledge, and competencies for a future role. The focus is on broader personnel's and professional growth, preparing employees for future role. And the goal is to enhance overall capability, leadership skill, and potential for advancement. Now, let us look at the importance of staff training and development in education. There are many ways that staff training and development is essential in our educational and other organizations in Ghana. And the following are few that I would like to touch on. One, it enhances the teaching quality and effectiveness. Two, it supports professional growth. Three, leadership development. Four, improves students' outcome in one way or the other. And then finally, it helps in curriculum implementation. Moving on, I would like to look at the distinguishing features of formal and informal staff training programs. So I'll take its sideline. When we talk about the formal training features, and then we'll talk about the informal training features as well. So under the formal training features, we have structured curriculum, which serve as a guideline or the agenda which they follow in order to organize the program. And then we have a schedule section where it is within a time duration. And then we have qualified instructors who are invited, or expertise who serve as the conductors of the program. And then there is documentation of everything that has happened during the organization of the training program. Then we have assessments and evaluation as to how the benefactors of the program are able to understand its content. And then in the informal training sector, it comes in the form of flexible learning. Flexible learning, as in there are no structured curriculum following how the training is done. You just train on the job. Also, we have peer learning. This is where you learn from your friends. Once your colleague has an idea about what is going on, you quickly have to allow him or her to take you through. And then there are no documentation and no assessment and evaluation. And the following are few distinguishing characteristics of formal and informal staff training. Under the formal staff training, we have a targeted learning where it is expected that all organizational employees are able to acquire that particular target or content within the context of the organization. And then it is standardized under the formal training features. And then we have resource intensive, where it involves human resource and also other resources such as financial resources for organization. And then we have regulatory compliances. There are rules and regulations that need to be followed. Then under the informal staff training, we have personalized learning, where you have to learn on your own. And then cost effective, it is not expensive because there are no programs that need to be organized. So all the features of a conference or seminar for training are not very important. So cost is also cut down. And then it is continuous. It happens always, every day, anywhere, anytime. And then it encourages innovation. Finally, I would like us to look at the steps in organizing staff training programs. And first and foremost, you need an assessment where you delve into where you think it is necessary and due for a training. For example, if your workers are unable to operate at certain aspects, you identify it as a leader, and that is your starting point in organizing a training program to foster and enhance the need for this lack. And then secondly, you set or you define your objectives, what you want to attain at the end of the training program. Thirdly, you design the program. What form would you like your program to follow? It is important that you design the form. And then the fourth one, you select your trainers, where you look for experts and technical know-hows who are affiliated to where your lack is. And then after the training, you do a follow-up and evaluation in order to know the outcome of your training program. And in conclusion, staff development, capacity building, and evaluation are essential components of organizational growth and development. Its effectiveness is also based on these items. By investing in staff development and capacity building, organizations can enhance the skills, knowledge, and competencies of their employees, leading to improved performance and outcome. Evaluation plays a crucial role in assessing the effectiveness and impact of these initiatives, enabling organizations to make informed decisions and drive continuous improvement. By prioritizing staff development, capacity building, and evaluation, organizations can achieve their goals, adapt to change demands, and thrive in an ever-evolving world. And this brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you.